Hello YouTube, this is Al
and Victoria.
and today we are very excited to share with you another video about how you can repair your credit, especially if you are a first-time home buyer.
And that sounds scary. I also just want to kind of mention that this is taking power and taking control of your financial life. If you're a buyer or a seller, you need to stay in control of your finances and don't let finances scare you, which is what so many people do. It did happen to me. It happens to so many people. So let's talk about how we do it.
By this introduction, my wife is going to go to the first item.
I am? Okay, so the first item we want to talk about is if you do not remember due dates and you are not good with due dates, then make sure your money is in the account and do auto pay and forget about it. Auto pay is great because you do have to pay your bills monthly, and if you pay your bills monthly on time, then you are showing in on your credit report that you're a good you pay your debts, and that's what we want to see. So most important, pay your bills on time. If you don't remember your due dates and you're not good at paying due dates on time, auto pay and make sure the money's in the account. What else?
The second item that I wanted to talk about is decreasing your balance, guys. Therefore, the rule of thumbs for the credit companies is you wanted to make sure that the balance of your credit card stays lower than 30% of whatever they gave you. Like, imagine if they give you $9,000 credit line, you want it to stay under the $2,700, which is super important. Therefore, try as much as you can decrease this amount, because this is the second important factors that really affect your credit score.
Another thing I want to mention is actually if you are dealing with a low credit score or no credit because you're young, you might want to think about a secure credit card, not an unsecure, a secure. What does that mean? You gave them $200 and now you're using a credit card to where you're going to show a monthly balance. This helps you kind of build your credit, and it also shows a payment history, and it's secure. So that means if something did happen, it's still not going to be too much of a negative on your account because the money is there, so it has been paid. Which is still a great thing. So if you're trying to do something just to keep your credit moving, and you've been in a house for 30 years and you now want to buy something else, upgrade, downgrade, I would still think about these secure credit cards. What else?
Okay, the fourth item that we wanted to share, actually leave the old account open. For example, I had a JCPenney credit card long time ago.
That he got on accident.
And on accident,
Yeah.
When I was on the phone. And then I didn't use it for 2-3 years till recently we purchased something.
Only because I wanted something.
Therefore,
and then we paid it right
the
off.
important thing is you should leave it open, because one of the credit actually criteria that they basically a measure of your credit score is the average of the length that you have that credit line open. Therefore, if you close that kind of credit card, basically you're shortening the average of your credit history, which in the long term and the short time can hurt you. Therefore, important is you leave it open.
Just with that one, before I move on, I just want to kind of throw in a personal story, if you don't mind. Simply because I used to be afraid of keep old accounts open. What does that mean? It means I'm going to keep using it. But the truth is, if it's a card in a store, I'm never going to anyway. I'm not going to use it. We just keep it in the drawer and then we forget about it. So that is kind of what we do. But when I was young, I used to think, oh my God, if this credit card is there, it's going to burn through my wallet. And that's not true. So I just want to kind of throw that out there. Don't be afraid of your credit. Next thing I want to talk about, though, is limiting new credit inquiries. Now, what does this mean? When you're buying a house or a car, what you can do is you should shop for the best deal and who is giving you the best interest rate. 100%, absolutely. But this doesn't, people think, oh, but I can't because it's going to affect my credit. Here's the thing. If I'm going to go buy a new car, I'm going to go to the Toyota dealer, the Kia dealer, the Honda dealer. I'm just thinking of the local dealers in my area. And then I'm going to say, okay, I want to buy a new car. And then I go to all of the dealers kind of around the same time and find out what the best deal for me is. Same is true with the house. And the thing is, why am I doing that? Because I understand if it's in a short time period, it only counts as one credit inquiry, one hard list. So it's not really hurting my credit too much. It means that I was shopping for a car or a house around the same time, and therefore it only counts as one. So you can go to all of them. So when you're talking about mortgages, go to Chase, go to Wells Fargo, go to Bank of America, go to your local credit union, go to a broker, find out who's giving you the best deal, and then go with the best deal. It's only going to affect your credit one time if it's in the short amount of time. What else?
This is super important. And also what I wanted to say, if you don't have a good credit history or credit score, basically you can join as an authorized user with one of your family members because they know you, they trust you. And what happens when you basically do shopping with that card, whatever card is Visa or MasterCard, then you pay the debt toward that credit card. Basically, what you're making for yourself is a credit history that in long run is going to help you and your family. That's what happens in our case, no?
Another thing we want to throw out with our children too. So let's just say our kids, when they're teenagers or a little older and we need to have good credit. Well, what we can do is make sure that we put them in as a joint account, but we really take control of that. But it's showing that they have some history now. So when they want to go to college and have a house or a condo or a townhome in their name, it's again showing good credit history. So really think about it if you want to if you can control your kids. Anything else?
And yes, and I'm going to jump to the next item that basically is disputing the credit history errors in your credit.
Well, can I throw in something with this one?
And then we wanted to actually share with you a life experience that happens actually to my wife.
Okay, so my credit was stolen when I was 22. My purse was stolen. My social was inside. I was going for a job interview the same day. So it was just all the ducks. I knew not to take it, but it happened. People are still using my social security in Florida somewhere, and probably working without my authorization, without being me as well. But either way, what I do is I go to annualcreditreport.com every single year religiously, and I check what is on my report. I have things frozen, and certain like Experian is frozen, Transamerica is. If I can freeze it, I will freeze it. That way, I control who can look at my credit report when it can be there. So you can take control of who is looking at your credit report. And also, if there's something on that credit report that you did not do, or they never told you and they never sent you a bill in 6 years and now it's showing up on the bill, you have absolutely every right to dispute it, and you should. So it's just happened to me. If you have any questions, just hit it in the comments and we can talk. What else?
And another item, there is another kind of things that you can do as a free called Experian Boost. Therefore, this kind of plan actually is very neat. You can add all of your utility bills, payment, and everything throwing by registering free in Experian Boost. And what it happens, because this helps you to have a longer credit history and helps you that you can improve basically your credit score in the long run. Do you want to add anything?
No, I think I should jump to the next one. The next thing I want to talk about is avoiding credit scams and credit cards, credit repair scams. Don't give your credit to anybody else who doesn't need it, especially anybody who charges a fee for fixing your credit. They're not really that's more hindrance than hurt. So you take control yourself. Don't have to say, oh, I can't do it. I'm so afraid that you have somebody else do it. Really take power, take ownership. You can do it. And I want to throw you in power. Anything else?
Yeah, for sure. And also what we didn't know even before, you can actually add your rent as your credit report.
Yeah, that's new.
Therefore,
super new.
Super new. There are two websites that we noticed in the internet. One of them was Rent Track, which basically you can sign up in this website. It's $6.99 per month, guys. And the second one is
Pay Your Rent.
Pay Your Rent, which this is a little bit higher, is $9.95 per month. Therefore, basically...
Or maybe one of the big corporations that you already pay does report your credit, does report your rent now. So I would check that. If it's not reporting, I would get it onto your credit report because it's showing, hey, proof of payment, and you pay your rent every month at the very minimum, so continue.
Therefore, this is also a very good option for you that even as a renter, you can use this one toward your credit history and actually improve your FICO score.
Another thing I think we should move on is let's just talk about my student loans. And I know I'm not the only one with student loans out there in the world. And that COVID kind of just stopped all the payments, which is lovely. But they're coming back. And I mean, I wish it wasn't. I want the government to do lots of things too. But, it's going to happen. And we have to kind of make plans ahead of time on how to handle our debt that we have. Just don't be afraid, take control. And that is kind of what my key is. So anything else you want to move to?
Yeah, for sure. There are some nonprofit counseling agency around that basically they do the first time this counseling for free. Basically, you can go share with them which they are not a scam like the others that my wife said, and you can sit with them, and what is happening, at least they gonna talk to you and help you for the first step you need to take a charge of your credit history, and hopefully in the long run you help that you improve your credit score. No?
Another thing I want to kind of throw out there real quick is protect your personal info as much as possible. I told you I've dealt with a lifetime of someone stealing my social. You don't want that. So if you can contract it, don't just give your social. Like literally someone called me the other day, oh, is your social? And I was like, nope, not mine. And it wasn't. They were just, it's a fraud. So don't give your credit to anybody. So your personal information to just anybody. Make sure that these people are trustable.
Yeah, and also, basically, another thing that you can do in some sort of situation, co-signer loan, that you should do it very carefully, but some of your family members, or if you have a super close friend, they might be able to co-sign with you with loan. But this is in some specific situation.
Or you want your kid in a condo when they're going to college, and maybe
exactly.
That's
this
them.
Could be also another alternative for those people that they want to use it as an advantage to buying their first home.
Right. Last thing I think we should talk about is just keep track of your credit score and your credit number. I know our bank now gives us our FICO score, which is amazing. Like they didn't used to do that. Now I can just click on the bank and see what's happening to my credit number, and therefore I take control of my credit. So that is what we hope this video did. You aren't afraid of your credit. It's not too much to where I say, oh my God, no, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. No, you have power. Take your power, take control. And that is what this is. You can fix your credit. Everything is fixable. Nothing is so big that you can't fix. If I can pay $200,000 in loans, I know, crazy. That's a different video. You can too. You can take control and take power.
And thank you guys for watching our channel. And if you found this information valuable, please subscribe in our channel, give us thumbs up, write us comments, and hopefully we can get back to you. And thank you, and have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.